It's a rich dessert. That's why I say half is plenty for the family. There was once a lady, she was a Canadian lady, and she was married to a Greek. And then they were doing this bake sale for the church, so she went to help. So the lady who was in charge, they were making baklava like this, and she keeps saying, oh, she says, you gotta use butter, 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 butter. So the lady, being Canadian, she wasn't used to a lot of butter, so she says, I knew there was something that I didn't like about baklava. It's too much butter for me. But again, you can use margarine or you can use oil. You know, it's you don't have to use butter. But if you do use butter, make sure it's unsalted. Okay, so we put about 4 or 5 phyllo on the bottom. Should be enough. Okay. So now we're gonna put the mixture we have, right? We're gonna put it in the middle. But before we put the mixture in, we're gonna take a couple of phyllos and then we're gonna crumple them up, just so it will give the baklava a body, a little body. You do it like this and like that. Sprinkle a little bit of butter. Okay. Then you just make sure you put it all over. Well, you know, the walnuts and the almonds, you can buy them already chopped. You don't have to buy them whole like I did, and I did them in the blender. You can buy them already. You can buy them already chopped, and it's much easier. Whatever you have in the house. So we put another phyllo, more butter. Okay, then we do again the. If you work fast enough, then you don't have to worry about keeping it damp, because if you work fast enough, it doesn't get that dry. Again, you crumple them up a little bit, just give it a little bit of body. And this is what you do till you finish all your mixture. Okay, I think that's 2 of them is enough for us here. Bottom, even all the way around. Okay, and now we just finish up with phyllo on top. Again, one at a time. With butter. You don't be afraid of the phyllo. I know it's very fine, but as long as you keep it moist, it works fine. Now the way I did the baklava here, well, I'll show you how to do the cheese puff and the spinach puff, but the way I work with the phyllo, it's the same thing. Instead of the walnuts and the almonds, you use ricotta cheese and that's how you make the cheese puff. But I will show you in another video how to do the cheese puff. Now we're almost come to an end of it. So what you do is, with your brush and the butter, you tuck in the ends. Okay? You tuck in the ends. That's it. It's very important to make it look nice too. Now you tuck in the ends. Okay. Then we have a couple more. And I think I'm gonna do it this way so I can get it more and get the ends on. And this. with a sharp knife, all you do is just cut the excess off. I use the big knife. You have to use a small knife. Okay, but don't be afraid, because it's got the butter and the phyllo is flexible. You can work at it. Okay. All right. Then with your brush, you put in the corners again. Before you start that, you put your oven at 325 degrees and get it warm. Get nice and warm. Now I use my oven at 325 degrees. Now it depends on your oven. I don't know. It's gotta cook for an hour, and it's gotta cook slowly so you can get nice and light brown color. It's gotta cook right through to become nice and crispy. So you know your oven better. So my oven works good at 325. I do my baking. Whatever temperature you do your baking, slow. It cannot be fast. Okay, so we got all the corners in nicely. Okay. Now we're gonna cut it. Okay, you must cut the phyllo before you put it in the oven, because then after it crumbles up and you cannot get neat pieces. So we're going to do this in 3. Okay, we're going to do not right through, but just on top, the top couple of phyllos. Okay, you just with a sharp knife, you do it 3. All right, you do it nice and 3. Then you go squares. Okay, you do squares nicely, steady. Okay, steady. Because this dessert is very sweet and you cannot eat a lot of it, okay? What we do is we cut it in square like this, and then we cut it in triangulars. So what you do is go like this. Okay? And if somebody likes it and they want a second piece, well, they can have a second piece. But for the average person, this little square is enough. Okay? So you just, okay? You cut it all up nicely. Okay? Now, we put a little bit more butter on, right?